The puppet is just a vision in the phone guy's mind because he said it can go anywhere, right? It go wherever it wants, it doesn't matter at any time. Maybe you seeing it too proves that you are the phone guy. Like in the day you record your messages and then at night you play them back and you think it's not you because you have a double personality or whatever. It's you and you're talking to yourself and that's why you both see the puppet, because like it's you, like the same person. Okay, there's the only real thing that makes a puppet seem real is that there's like drawings that kids did on the wall that say like my day at the pizza place and it has pictures of the puppet on it. But then maybe he's just seeing that too. Like that could be part of his craziness. Like it goes that deep that he's seeing the puppet everywhere. The whole thing, but I don't want to say the whole thing is a dream, because that's such a fucking cop-out, okay? Like, but maybe if it is a dream, it's like some kind of interesting dream. Like, maybe it's not that he's dreaming, it's like that since he got the front part of his brain bit off, that, like, his entire, like, reality is, like, distorted or whatever. Like, he's actually seeing this stuff. Like, he's not sleeping, he's, like, actually seeing this shit or whatever, but he doesn't know which worlds he's in or whatever. And maybe it was just like an innocent bystander, or maybe he was an employee, but not the one you think he is or something, and he got bit in the brain. He really doesn't know, like, how it happened or the reason for it or anything like that. So this whole game is, like, him trying to, like, make up his own backstory of, like, how he thinks the events played out because it's just eating him away, you know? He has to know, like, what really happened, and he wants to know the full story behind what happened to him when he really only knows his side. He doesn't know, like, what led up to it and what other people were involved and shit. And it's like, man, fuck that, because that forsakes the whole rest of the game, like the murder mysteries and stuff like that. It's like, no, that's just a cop-out, you know? The dream, or like everything is just like, everything is like a hallucination. Like every single thing you see, everything you hear is all fake. Like, nah, that's just lame. Nobody scenes, or when it says game over and you're looking out through the eye holes of the mask, is that like you, or is that you as the killer? Like, because it's your point of view, right? It's like first person point of view, but is that Jeremy? Is that the killer? Or is it a kid that got stuffed in there? Or is Jeremy also the killer? Maybe Jeremy, the killer, and the phone guy are all the same guy. You know, the dude is running the whole place by himself. Maybe it's all him. Maybe he is like Jeremy and Fritz and employee number one. You know, maybe that's why you don't really know who he is. Maybe he just goes in there and in the day, right? This is his day. He goes in there, maybe he goes in really early or something, he records his phone messages, right? And then he opens the store. He works security all day. The day he closes the store. Everybody thinks he went home because his store is closed, right? Why do you need a security guard to be there at night when it's closed? Especially from like midnight to 6. That fucking graveyard shift, like you need that for a pizza place? Like it's not a bank. Nobody knows he's there, but he's really just hiding out there because he's crazy. Like, he can't leave the pizza place. Like, he's obsessed with it, and he needs to be there all the time and wants to do everything there. So he imagines he's, like, 4 guys. He thinks he's, like, splitting the job up between these different employees, but really it's all him with, like, 4 different identities. When he hires someone new, it's just him again. He also did the murders because he's the only one there in the day. But then, no, that can't be. Because, I'll tell you why. Because they said that that's one of the puzzle pieces, is that they said that they arrested the murderer. Be at least 2 people, okay? So the phone guy could still be Jeremy and Fritz, but one guy had to go to jail, right? They said they caught him, unless he framed someone else, but I don't think so because they said they saw it in the security camera that frame someone, makes them go in a suit and all that shit, you know? But then, if Jeremy got bit in the brain, the phone guy came back in, you know, the next game, the first one, then that probably means that he was not the victim, unless when he says it's amazing you can live without your frontal lobe or whatever the fuck, that he's actually referring to himself, and it's like he can, you would think he's like in a coma or something, or maybe not a coma, but like kind of just like can't do anything for himself now, you know, can't talk, can't do none of that. But maybe that's misleading. Maybe when he says that like you can survive without it, it's not that you're like brain dead but walking around still. It's like that was actually him. Like, he actually does fine still without it, but maybe he's just like psychopath or whatever, because isn't the frontal lobe supposed to be the part that like your personality, if it gets fucked up, like you can still live, like that guy got the spike to the head and stuff. But that's just he just got it damaged. He didn't get the whole fucking thing bit out. I don't even gonna go down that path because I don't fucking know. It's not impossible that like the bite of 87 is actually himself, like the phone guy when he says like all that stuff. It could actually be him, but somehow I doubt it. So that means you need at least 3 people. You need Jeremy to get bitten. You need employee number 1 to go to jail. And you need phone guy to be giving you the phone messages.